LEGO Harry Potter walkthrough for SpaceUpGames.com, and this is the Veiled Threat level, which is the final level of Year 5, and I have to say my favorite level. And they did a pretty good job copying the movie, even though the movie did a horrible job following the book with this part. So first off, you're going to have to build a potion that blows up this set of random carts and boxes that are in the big prophecy chamber, and the first one is by getting the spider, the second one will be that color thing there, and the third one will be one that we skipped because we kind of forgot, but then we remembered, oh yeah, we have to go all the way back, don't we? But anyway, we were being kind of stupid here and trying to find, not the popsicle, some other thing, because we were having a friend watch us, and he was telling us, go over there, we were like, wait a minute, it's over here to the left, where you have to do these 3 things. So, right when you start off, you might want to shake these prophecies so you can get the popsicle right away. But pick up the popsicle, or whatever your last ingredient is, put it into the potion, and allow it to blow up.
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Huh?
So then you need to avoid all the falling prophecies just by running down. And there really isn't anything special about this part, it's literally just running away from the thing trying to kill you behind you.
Huh? 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 Huh?
For this part, you need to save your 5 friends that are taken by the Death Eaters, and that is done by getting the different objects around them to swing or spin at them, and that will knock away the Death Eater. And you're going to have to use Defendo and Padfoot to get these two. The first one is laying there ready for you to use. Now, for some reason, Scar could not get this flower to hit him. I don't know what he was doing. I guess he wasn't making it spin right, or I don't know, but the flower got stuck behind there. We were really hoping we didn't have to redo this level, but finally it reset in a couple of seconds, and I went off and did the other person that I had to save, but Scar was finally making a spin, and he was like, oh, it's not aiming to the person, but I told him to move the analog stick in the direction of the Death Eater. He did that, and it hit him after the 3rd try. I also really like how they made Bellatrix look in this game, because it actually looks like how she looks in the movie, and kind of how I imagined her in the books. So anyway, this is just a dueling sequence, scene, event, whatever you want to call it, and you just, once again, have to follow the color on their side of the ring, match it to the color on your side of the ring, and then push the button that appears over your head. You can also push B to make a shield appear, which isn't really necessary, but it's kind of cool, I think, just to have it up anyway. But both of you do that to both people, and that will allow you to continue on.
Huh? Aha! Oh.
And now the showdown between Voldemort and Dumbledore. Right off the start, you're going to have to cast the spell back at Voldemort, which is kind of like the dueling, just tap whatever button appears over your head, and then Voldemort will make this big snake appear. And to be able to deal with the snake, you first have to wait for him to slam his head on the ground, which will take a couple of fireball spitting before he will do that. And when he does slam his head on the ground, which will be in a couple of seconds, a sprinkler will fall, and then you have to build a sprinkler onto the pipe up top and sprinkle his death, or sprinkle his life away. Here you just shoot him a couple of times, or shoot the things around him while he gets up, and then build the sprinkler. And then one has to get to the valve on the left, one on the right, and you just keep casting the Wingardium Leviosa spell on it, and eventually the snake will die. Now you have to use Dumbledore to put the big orb of water onto Voldemort so he can be swung around and shaken up a little bit. And then once again you're going to have to do the big dueling thing. And I really, really like this fight a whole lot more than the fights in the first LEGO Harry Potter game. Yeah, the fights in the first Lego Harry Potter were just uneventful and kind of boring, but this one was actually good. And even though the fight isn't really close to how it was in the book, and this copy's off the movie, it was still pretty good in the movie and really, really good in this game. But when you get to this part, Voldemort will have 3 hearts left, and you're gonna have to use Dumbledore to block the barrage of glass that he'll be throwing at you. And Harry is gonna have to build that castle thing so you can throw it at Voldemort, and you have to do that 3 times. But once you do that 3 times, that will be it for the level, and that will be the end of year 5.
Huh?